Hello. This is a Pup in the Life, and I am walking, thriving, living. Once again, I'm Vergola. This is a podcast where we talk about founder's life because mom is a founder and I'm a founder's dog. And I'm sure, just like many others, we share many points in pain, many points in fear, many points also in joy and excitement, and in general, being thrilled to be part of this ecosystem, even though you people, humans, don't talk about us quite a lot. So, in the podcast of today, we are talking about a conversation that mom has been having with a potential, let's say, partner, investor, an interesting person. That's what it was. And this person was basically giving us pieces of advice around the concept of smart money, which I thought was pretty interesting to be brought in here in this podcast. Now, why do you think it might be interesting for founders and maybe non-founders too? Well, it might be interesting because there is a concept that goes beyond the sheer fact of asking people for money or finding a client. That is, how useful will this transaction be for you apart from the money itself? So picture this. You're going to convert a client. It's going to be paying you, let's say, €1,000. And let's suppose your margin out of that is pretty huge. So it's €500, 50%, quite big. You are going to ask then this person to just, you're going to close two of these, okay? So €2,000, €1,000 in margin, okay? So covered all costs, that is your margin, and that's what stays in your pocket. And let's not count taxes. Let's make this example very simple. Just remember, I'm a dog. So at this point in time, you find yourself just deciding that you need more clients, which is totally normal, right? You need more clients, and you are going to go to someone of these clients, maybe both of them, and ask them for a feedback, for a review, for some points that might be an improvement, and even some referrals. So you're going to ask them, who do you know, not if you know somebody, who do you know that might be interested in the product and in the service that we're selling, that might be in need of this. And guess what? Client A, let's remember, same amount of money, same margin, is going to be very helpful. It's going to be giving you lots of pieces of advice. It's going to be giving you criticism, but the right amount, the right type of criticism. It's going to give you lots of tips, lots of ways to make yourself better. And guess what? They're going to also introduce you to some of their contacts. Maybe even one, maybe 5, maybe 10. Maybe they're going to share some posts on LinkedIn or whatever. Now, let's remember, these two clients are potentially the same client if we were to look at the type of transaction that was made in terms of financials. How about client 2? You ask yourself the same question. They probably are even happy about the product, but you might not know because they never got back to you actually in the first place. And they're not willing to give you much criticism. They don't have much time for you. They might just be very busy all the time. They don't think they know someone. They're going to just tell, yeah, once I have somebody in mind, I will tell you. And so in the end, their approach and their type of information, their help is not as big as for client A. So imagine this. Is client A the same of client B? Are these people the same? The answer is no, and that's kind of obvious. So think about this. Why do people think that in investing, one investor that gives you $1 million is the exact same investor that gives you $1 million. This is exactly the same with investor A and investor B. Now, you might want to say this is a problem for people that are going out to ask money, like founders. Well, in fact, no, because whatever you're selling, and even in life, whomever you're mating, and even having a friend, being friends with, you're going to realize some of those friends, mates, clients, partners, colleagues, whatever, are better than others, because even though they, like, you put them in the same box, some of them are just smarter. And that's how it works. And that's the magic word right here. They are smarter. So what do we mean once we talk about smart money? We mean money that is not just 1,000 euros with 500 margin, is way more than that, because it generates something else out of that one single transaction, which in the end does happen to be not just one single transaction. And so you might ask yourself, why are we talking about this? Well, we are talking about this because every one of us in life has moments in which he or she needs smarter money. That's what there is. There is no other explanation. There is no other way to understand this that is not this. Some of the interactions you will have in life are more important than others because they will give you more value. Now, it doesn't mean that every transaction needs to have financial value. I'm not saying this, and it's exactly the opposite. I'm just saying that in some way, shape, or form, what we're willing to do is having relationships that, in the end, make ourselves better. And that's what we try to do, no? I mean, that's kind of obvious to me, but at the same token, your humans are weird, so I don't know. Talking about this, I think that we shall point a bit more to the fact that not all transactions are the same, because the financial value is the same, because the label on which you put these people on is the same. And probably it's very good to understand that once you're looking even for investors and even sometimes with clients, not every one of those is the same. And you might just want to invest a bit more time into your network, into the people that you get to know, in general, into the things that give you power in life to make connections and to be actually, creating value with people that maybe take a bit longer, but that are smarter than the things that look maybe easier. Everybody wants to go out and raise like a big amount of money. Yeah, that's cool. But how about that constitutes a problem in the long run? What are you going to do about it? So the thing here is, everything has a line of being more or less smart. Everything in what you do in life. And I'm not saying as a perfectionist or whatnot to find a way to fine tune that and think about the fact that you need to have that line in mind for everything you do. But that for the most important things, even with the partner that you spend your life with, it's not just a person that I'm feeling very good with. Maybe you even had great sex. Like, you just feel good because they make you feel good. It's about somebody that can lift you up in the worst of your days, and that can also give you constructive criticism, with whom you can really construct a future together. So it's not always, and I would say actually it's never basically the easiest of paths. It's not an easier one. But at the same time, we're pretty tired today, huh? Walk was tiny, 10 minutes, but pretty tired. Now I'm getting my paws cleaned. But at the same time, I was saying that's where you thrive. It's with people, with relationships that really are willing to help you out. And this is what there is. So, so given that we don't live, or I mean, most of us don't live on a mountaintop, we live and we connect with other people. We live and we work with other people. We live and have relationships with other people. It's better to start mapping them and getting to understand that the thing that might be taking longer might just be the most useful because it is smarter. Now, it's not always the case, but it might just be. So remember when we talked about the third way? Well, it's kind of the same. There is another way to see things. There is another way to do things. And that's probably smarter than the things that you're thinking about. So, as an exercise for today, try and find it and try and understand where's the smart line for you. How does it work? And maybe act upon it. And then be grateful to those people and give them something back because they deserve it. And spend some time with them. Okay? Cool. I will go play now. In a while, Mom is back to work. I will send you kisses, hugs, and a bit of barks. Bye!